It can be painful to have been used by a friend. When those close to us take advantage, we can feel lost, vulnerable, and confused. We may begin to lose the trust of others around us, given that we feel blindsided. Sometimes friends are oblivious to their own actions, but other times they are intentionally using you. There are ways to figure out whether you are being used, to help you to decide whether it is time to ditch your friend. To stay up to date with my latest videos and cool job seeking tips, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel by clicking the red big button below this video and turn on notification. Number 1 sign. Notice if your friend only reaches out when in need of something. If your friend is using you, the most glaring sign is that they don't contact you unless they specifically need something. It may not be obvious at first what they need, since they may be self-aware enough to obscure their intentions. For example, maybe your friend calls to hang out with you. They spend a few hours with you, and sometime during the encounter, they mention a problem that they have. Maybe their car broke down, maybe they need to cut down an overgrown tree in their front yard, or maybe they are short on laundry money. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with doing favors for your friends. That's part of friendship. The problem begins when your friend wants something from you almost every time they see you. Sign number 2. They manipulate you so you can't say no. Users are masters at manipulating others into a position where you feel you can't deny them. It's a kind of weird power play, with them pulling the strings and you dancing to their tune. If someone puts pressure on you to act by saying that denying their request would spell the end of the world for them, you're being used. It may be the threat of being unfriended or dumped, which makes you feel powerless to resist, but such fear tactics should be seen for what they are, a form of emotional blackmail. Sign number 3. They're focused only on themselves. A user's number 1 priority is him/herself. They see themselves as the center of the known universe, around which everything else rotates. It's all about their jobs, their problems, their successes, their families. And it's all about what they want, what they need, and what you, and others, can do for them. When they are busy focusing all their attention on themselves, they'll have no interest in what's going on in your life. They'll expect you to devote plenty of time to listen to their self-obsessed monologue, though your needs will never be given much consideration. Sign number 4. Your friend knows surprisingly little about you. Another sign that someone is using you is simply that they don't really care to get to know you. After all, it's not you they care about in the first place. If your friend doesn't seem to pay much attention to what you have to say, forgets important things about you, and overall just seems uninterested, then obviously, they must be hanging out with you for another reason. This goes beyond being simply forgetful. Sign number 5. When you have a crisis, they disappear. Did something suddenly derail your life, and you need some support? Sometimes, it's not even about money or resources. On occasion, we may just need someone to talk to when our world is crashing down. When something tragic happens, does your friend show up for you? Or do you hear nothing but crickets chirping? It's one thing if you're a negative Ned and are always complaining about every little thing in your life that would drive anyone away. But if you're a reasonably positive person who is having an emergency, you should be able to expect a real friend to sympathize. Sign number 6. You can't count on them. What's the point of a friendship if you can't count on them when it really matters? Maybe you just graduated from university, or had someone in your family pass away. Your friend was nowhere to be found. But that's weird, isn't this your friend? In the good and bad times, your friend should be there, no matter what. Sign number 7. You feel it. Deep down inside of you, you feel something is really off. When you're around them, you don't feel good about yourself, and when you go home, you feel used. Hello. Wake up. If you're having these vibes, then, of course, you should listen to it. This is your intuition telling you to cut the toxic friendship. Sign number 8. They don't include you in their social media posts. Sounds silly, but we all know how much it stings to get shaded on the internet. If you have a friend who constantly forgets to tag you in a group shot, or always chooses a photo that you're not into post, their not so subtle shade isn't the sign of a good friend, it's the sign of someone who likes having you around to do things for them, but they don't actually consider you a legit member of their squad. To stay up to date with my latest videos and cool job seeking tips, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel by clicking the red big button below this video and turn on notification.